Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, 1971 Chevelle SS, big block, 4-speed car, pretty car, but we do have a few issues with this car that we're gonna have to take care of. And the first one we're gonna show you is this spindle right there. There is a big chunk and it's all burnt right there from the old bearing. Somebody had tightened this up a little bit too much for the spindle, and it caused the bearing to spin on the spindle shaft itself and just chew this spindle up. Burnt up both of the bearings, and I'll show you one of them here. There's one right there, you can see. It's nicely burnt up, and that's the bigger one. That's the rear side bearing. That's the inner bearing. And it is very burnt. So we're going to have to fix that. The next thing we found when we got under here is, if you look way up there, that yellow thing way up there, right there, it had some drips on it. So we believe that the brake master cylinder is starting to leak through the back. So we're going to pull the master cylinder off, take a look, see if it's just residual, somebody filled it up and it just spilled down, or if it is a problem. If it's not a problem, put it right back together, done. If it is, we'll replace it. Next thing we're going to show you is somebody put some extensions in here on his exhaust system. Now, it's a 3-inch mandrel bent exhaust system, nice exhaust. But they put these extensions in here, and they're really close and hitting the cross member. Also, with those extensions in, it's pushing the tubes all the way back. Our tube is actually hitting right here against the axle. So we're going to have to take everything, we're going to pull those extensions out and move everything back. It is hitting as well right there against the gas tank. So hopefully we're going to be able to get everything nice, clean, put it all back together. We'll have to redo all of this because his exhaust system was pretty much just about to fall off. So we'll fix all that up. And then if you look at it, you'll see that the mufflers are not straight, and it was driving him crazy. So we're also going to straighten out his mufflers for him and get them all nice and level. I understand totally, because I have the same stupid little quirks that kind of shit just drives me out of my damn mind. Another thing we found is, if you look up here, we just put somebody had put a nice Hotchkiss suspension system in the back here. And if you look right over here, you'll see where they didn't clearance the floor for the stiffening brace right here. So we'll pull the stiffening brace off and we'll clearance this floor so it will stop hitting the floor and vibrating. Same thing on this side. We're going to do the exact same thing. We'll clearance the floor nice, make it all pretty, and we'll make everything right. Another thing we'll do is tighten up all the nuts, because somebody didn't tighten that jam nut right here. See this jam nut? It's loose. So we'll tighten that up, get it all right, and we'll get everything adjusted correctly. So this way the car will be nice. The next thing we found is this axle tube right here. Between the housing and the tube, he had a leak. Well, we went further and investigated, and as you can see right there, you see that crack there and that crack there, how they run up? He actually broke the weld between this tube and that weld, which holds this axle tube straight and steady and keeps that axle tube inside of this housing. Talk to him. Right now, he can't afford to do a whole new rear axle, so he asked me if we could just try and weld this up and make it last a little bit longer until he can put enough money together to get a whole new rear differential. Told him it's not a safe thing to do, and he will have to sign a waiver for us to do that. So this way, if anything does happen, I'm covered, and he can't do anything to me. So that's one of the things we're going to do there. So I'll clean everything up, heat it all up, and then weld everything back together. And hopefully it'll last him long enough so this way he can put together enough money and get this thing all set up and ready to go. And, otherwise, so far, the car is in pretty good condition. We're going to change his transmission mount right there because it is old and dry rotted. So we're going to change that out. And then we did find that his drive shaft is hitting the floor right up there. You can't really see it from this side. Can you see it from this side? I don't know if I can get my camera up in there enough. But yeah, you can see it right over here where it's hitting the floor, where the grease is pretty much gone. So we're going to have to drop this transmission down a little bit. I told them best bet would be to get a whole new cross member and put it in, because it's just going to be a better idea. We get one of those G-force cross members, but again, it's about the money, and he can't afford to do that. So we'll try and drop the transmission down a little bit. And the reason that it is hitting is somebody had done the floors on this car, as you can see right there. And they really didn't do a great job. If you look up right in here, you'll see where they overlapped everything. This was actually cut out at one time. This is the cut where they cut everything out. And then they overlapped everything. And when they put it back together, back here, you can see how they chopped it all out. And they put it back together, and it's now pushing down. So it is hitting the drive shaft. You can see right there, it hit the drive shaft right there. So we'll have to figure out a way to clearance everything without ruining his console or making it to where you can't get the console in. But otherwise, this car is really in good shape. There's very little rust under here anymore. It just needs certain odds and ends to get fixed up and to make this car really nice. So there you go. There's what's going on with the 71 Chevelle SS. Beautiful car, beautiful motor, nice drivetrain. Really digging this car. And we'll get her all fixed up, and I'll keep you up to date what's going on. Alrighty, guys, have fun. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.